For more analysis on the conclusions of those twin NPC and CPPCC meetings, we're joined live here in studios by Ambassador Boaz Mbaya. He's an international relations expert and executive director for the Center for Policy Analysis. Welcome to Africa Live.
Thank you very much.
Now, Ambassador Mbaya, the CPPCC is the China's top political advisory body. So looking at Sino-Africa relations, what is it that African nations may be expecting in terms of an outcome?
I think in the last 30 years, China has developed and transformed itself economically into the second largest economy in the world. And Africa will be looking to see how China has done it. I think there are very many examples that we can learn from China in terms of organizing the economic transformation of the country, as well as in terms of how it looks at issues in international relations, particularly from the perspective of developing countries.
Now, if we look back, this year, 2014, marks the 50th anniversary of the visit to Africa by Premier Zhou Enlai. That was his first visit to Africa. And how have relations between Africa and China developed in that time, especially following that historic 10-country visit?
His visit came at a time of Cold War, and I think it was probably the steepest end of the Cold War. There were a lot of suspicions, there was a lot of division in Africa. Non-alignment was a policy that was being pursued by many African countries, in which case they wanted to benefit from both the capitalist as well as the socialist world. But I think we've come a long way. The 30 years particularly of economic transformation in China holds a lot of hope for African countries. It is possible that we can do it if China has done it.
So China is setting an example. How important is China's assistance in terms of development, whether it's infrastructure or economic in Africa? What role does China play?
It is critical because China has come in to develop infrastructure. A lot of roads, railway construction has been undertaken through Chinese assistance. Many projects like stadia have been developed by Chinese assistance. The thing is that China's aid doesn't have the conditionalities that Western aid has. So I think it is critical that African countries take advantage of this opportunity and develop further and faster.
Thank you very much for your time this evening. We're speaking there to Ambassador Boaz Mbaya, international relations expert and executive director for the Center for Policy Analysis.